Hey everybody, welcome to Slash Bash, where today I am bringing you another Choosing Beggar Reddit video. My new and improved goal is to hit the 10,000 subscriber mark. Subscribe and help me reach that goal. In our first story, a choosing beggar loves going to the bakery, loves to get cookies, but she doesn't love to pay for them. Let's jump right in. I got my first proper choosing beggar at work today. We've had a couple people get cranky at us about prices before, but this lady was the first person to display the level of sheer bullheadedness that I feel really defines a choosing beggar. She came in around 1 o'clock, slowly lumbering through the bakery, picking up and squinting at every product she could get her acrylics on. Her sights finally set upon our decorated cookies. She asked how much they were, and I told her $4. The look on her face as she heard the price told me all that I needed to know. This was about to be trouble. $4? She balked. That's ridiculous. I gave her the canned response we have about the fact that our ingredients are expensive because they're specialty, so it is what it is. She scoffed and rolled her eyes at me. I just mentally thanked my insomnia for having kept me up late enough last night that I was too exhausted to feel the sort of rage that this stuff would usually have set off. She scoured through the cookie display, digging about in scornful silence before suddenly her eyes lit up, and she seized a single cookie from the back of the display, strutting up to the counter triumphantly and smacking it down before me. "This cookie is broken," she proclaimed, and she was right. There was a big crack running right through the middle of it. Not a big deal, it happens sometimes. "Oh, sorry about that," I said. "Not actually sorry. I can get you another one." "No," she barked, cutting me off. "I want this one," she said, pointing at the broken cookie the way one would point to something they were trying to show a toddler. "Okay then," I replied, and by this point I had a sneaking suspicion that I already knew exactly where this was going, but I pressed on anyways, as there was nothing else to be done. "That will be $4. She stared at me for a moment, her eyes narrowing before she pointed to the cookie again. "I said, I want this one," she repeated, even slower this time, really laying on thick the fact that she clearly thought I was to some degree stupid. "Yes, I know," I said, because what the hell else was I gonna say? "But this one is broken," she stressed, raising an eyebrow at me. "As I said, I can get you another one if you want, one that isn't broken," I replied, a bit of anger finally starting to break through the dull haze that exhaustion had put me under. "And I said I wanted this one," she said, clearly getting frustrated. "That makes two of us, which..." "All right, that'll be $4. You can put your card..." She flipping cut me off again. "I'm not paying $4 for a broken cookie," she snapped. "Okay then, I'll get you a different one," I droned. I knew damn well what she was getting at, but I wasn't about to make it easy on her. "No," she yelled, kind of getting up in my face at this point. "I want this cookie." She jabbed it so hard she would have made another crack if one hadn't been there already. "Okay," I said flatly. "I can take your card whenever you're ready." "How much are you taking off?" she demanded. By this point, I'd had more than enough of her, and since playing dumb was really the only weapon I had at my disposal that wouldn't have gotten me fired, I decided to continue using it. "I'm sorry?" I asked, pretending to be confused. She cut herself off that time, huffing. "The cookie! How much are you taking off on the cookie?" "I haven't taken anything off," I answered. "It's $4. "But it's broken," she stressed for what felt like the 768th time. "Can't I get some sort of discount?" "Unfortunately, no," I replied, very much not meaning that first word. "If it being broken is an issue, then we could get you an unbroken one, but I know you've said you want this one." "Is there someone else I could talk to?" she asked, her tone suddenly dripping with the faux politeness of a Karen about to try some stuff. "A manager, perhaps?" She stressed the word, raising an eyebrow at me as she did. The attempt at a threat was so gallingly obvious that I just about gave myself an aneurysm trying not to roll my eyes. "My manager isn't in today, sorry," I responded, making sure to use the same sickly sweet tone that she tried on me. She dropped the act quickly, her fake smile melting into a snarl as she realized her trump card had no effect. "I'm not paying $4 for a cookie," she screeched. She didn't actually stomp her foot like a toddler, but the energy was very much the same. "Okay," I said flatly, then very pointedly didn't say anything else, even as she stared at me, clearly still somehow hoping for a different answer. We stood there for several more seconds. She glared at me. I stared blankly over her shoulder at the bakery behind, with perhaps a bit of an over-the-top expression of utter indifference on my face. Finally, she seemed to realize I genuinely wasn't gonna budge, and with one last "ugh," she rolled her eyes, tossed up her hands, and stormed out. I put the broken cookie back on the toss tray, where it was quickly snagged by one of our decorators. Suck it, Karen. In story 2, we see the best way for hotels to deal with choosing beggar influencers. Hello guys, I posted this first on r/malicious compliance, and I was encouraged to post it here, so here you go. My sister told me this story, and I really think it fits here. My sister is an OFW, or Overseas Filipino Worker, and up until a year ago, she was working as a head chef in a seaside hotel in Phuket, Thailand. The hotel she was working at was a real tourist hotspot. It had very high customer reviews, amazing customer service, and its location was surrounded by beautiful scenery. During her 5 years working at the luxury hotel, my sister experienced lots of entitled Karens and Kevins. One specific type of choosing beggar that plagued the hotel was the choosing beggar influencer, or CBI. This type of choosing beggar could come in the foreign CBI flavor or the local CBI flavor. Neither flavor was very popular with my sister or the other hotel staff. The typical operating procedure of the CBI was to call the hotel only a day or possibly 2 days before they needed their reservation. A good portion would immediately ask to speak to a manager to make their request. They would demand a luxury hotel room with breakfast included for free, or at least heavily discounted, since the choosing beggar influencer would be giving them a shout out, and of course, everyone knows just how valuable exposure is. This happened many times during my sister's employment at the hotel. You may be surprised to know that the hotel always complied. Not for free, but always highly discounted. What really happened is that the hotel prepared the very cheapest room they had available. At the same time, they told the choosing beggar influencers that here is our ultra deluxe room that we have prepared especially for you. My sister would prepare the cheapest breakfast that the hotel had to offer, but she would plate it to perfection, incredibly fancy so that it was Instagrammable. My sister is an Instagram girl herself, so she can relate. The choosing beggar influencer would leave the hotel believing that they had gotten an amazing discount in the best room while having great food during their stay. The truth was that they had just gotten what they had paid for. It was not a loss for the hotel. They made their money. Because they had that choosing beggar influencer system in place, my sister and her coworkers used the term the influencer room as a joke to each other. My sister said that room was only exclusive for choosing beggar influencers, and they hosted at least 14 of them during her 5-year contract in that job. Thank you all for listening. In today's final story, something tells me that this guy has had to deal with choosing beggars in the past. Brand new, never opened Nintendo Switch Color Gray. Local pickup only. Cash only, no 50s or 100s, no coins, no change given, no holds, no discounts, no nonsense. Frequently asked questions. Why is the sale price $320? Excellent question. $299.99 plus 6% Michigan sales tax comes out to $317.99. The price is rounded up to $320 for my convenience. If you are selling them for almost no profit, what's in it for you? Because I want to share the joy of the Nintendo Switch with all. Also, I get airline miles on my credit card for all purchases. Daddy needs a tropical vacation. Can you hold it for me? If you pay for it now, I will hold it until we can meet to hand off the console. If not, I will hold it until someone else offers to buy it. Will you ship it to me? Facebook does not allow shipping for this item, and I don't feel like dealing with the potential headache of an attempt to defraud me, so local pickup only. Is the price negotiable? Yes, as long as we are negotiating a higher price. Otherwise, no. My child's birthday is this week, and happy birthday, tiny human. Price is still $320. I can find it cheaper at random store that is currently likely out of stock. That's not a question, but cool story, bro. If you can get it cheaper, do it. Also, don't message me about it. You will not get the validation you are seeking. How about offer price below $320? Just for you, the price is now $400. I am also blocking you. Why are the rules so strict? I am not a retail establishment. I'm just a person trying to sell items to people who want them but are having difficulty locating them. I'm also old and grumpy and have no desire to have my time wasted. Many of you reading this know exactly what I mean. You seem kinda rude. Also, not a question, but there is a difference between being rude and being terse. I am the latter. The price is still $320. This is John from /bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and want to see more of them, then hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to drop a like, share it with your friends, and we will see you in the next one.